Hello accessibility champions, I hope you're doing great and making the most out of my accessibility videos. Did you know that one of the most powerful tools for creating an accessible web is something you use every day? Yes, I'm talking about Semantic HTML. Today, we are diving into why HTML semantics is the backbone of the accessible websites and how it makes the digital world better for everyone. So stick around because I'll be sharing a list of semantic HTML tags that you must start using from today. Imagine this. You are a screen reader user buying an iPhone online. Instead of hearing clear instructions like your product heading or add to cart button, all you hear is clickable, clickable. That's what happens when a page is built without semantic HTML. It creates an invisible barriers for people who rely on assistive technologies. Now, what exactly is semantic HTML? It is the practice of using HTML tags that describe the purpose of the content. Instead of using generic div or span tags for everything, you use meaningful elements like headers, nav, main, or footer to define your page structure. It's like giving your web page a clear and logical roadmap. For example, a div that looks like a heading because of CSS does not convey its meaning to a screen reader user and will never be accessed using H keyboard key unless you make it semantically correct using either the HTML tag like H1 or using the ARIA attribute role heading and ARIA level 1. We will focus our energy on semantic HTML tags. To learn more about ARIA, watch my videos. Links are in the description. So why do semantic HTML matters for accessibility? Let's break it down. Semantic HTML gives screen reader the context they need to interpret and announce elements accurately. A button tells the user that they can interact with it. A main element helps them jump straight to the core content. It's like providing signposts on a busy road. Semantic HTML automatically supports keyboard users. For example, a native button is focusable and operable without extra code. But if you use a div instead, you will need to write JavaScript and ARIA attributes just to make it functional. Here's a bonus. Semantic HTML doesn't just help users. It helps search engines too. Tags like articles and section improve how your content is indexed, making it easier for people to find your site. We will be using these two sample product pages to discover the challenges faced by screen reader users. Let's take a look at these two pages that look exactly the same. On your left is a non-semantic page and on your right a semantic page. At first glance, there is no difference. But let's see what happens when we run NVDA, a screen reader, to navigate these pages using the keyboard. Let's begin with read all mode, where NVDA reads out the page title, how many regions, headings, links, and buttons are there on a page. Let's begin with non-semantic page.
HTML non-semantic product page, Google Chrome, Parampreet, King. Non-semantic product page, clickable link graphic HTML5 logo. Home products contact our products. Graphic Apple iPhone 13 mini.
Because a non-semantic page is missing semantics HTML tags, NVDA is unable to identify the elements. Let's do the same for semantic HTML page.
Semantic product page, Google Chrome, Parampreet, King. Graphic Apple iPhone 13 mini, 128 GB, pink. Semantic product page, clickable banner landmark link graphic HTML5 logo. Main menu navigation landmark link home, link products, link contact.
This is what a person with no vision must hear to better understand the outline of a page. Remember, semantic HTML provides meaning to elements. It's not just about styling, it's about structure, functionality, and accessibility. Next, I'm going to press D, keyboard key, to jump from one region to another. Let's have a listen together.
Apple non no next landmark. No next landmark.
Let's try the same for our semantic product page.
Semantic product page. Content info landmark follow us. No next landmark. No next landmark. Main landmark our products heading level 1.
Because non-semantic page is missing the HTML tag such as main, NVDA was unable to identify any region on this page. Next, let's see if NVDA can identify our products as a heading or not. Let's start with non-semantic version first.
Apple iPhone 13 Pro, 128 GB, pink heading level 5.
So it directly went to the Apple 13 Pro 128 GB pink, which is heading level 5, skipping our products, which is also heading. Let's do the same for our semantic page.
Semantic product, our products heading level 1.
So it announces our products as heading and also announces what is the level. It says heading level 1. Next, let's interact with these product cards and see how NVDA behaves. First, we have non-semantic HTML page.
Apple iPhone non-semantic product. Apple iPhone 13 Pro, 128 GB, black heading level 5.
I'm gonna press tab key here.
Follow Skill Sing on Facebook link.
So it directly jumped to the Facebook or the social media icons at the bottom, skipping add to cart button, which is critical for an e-commerce website. And since we are talking about the tabbing order, let's go and check if any other tabbing order is broken on this page.
HTML5 logo graphic. Follow Skill Sing on Facebook. HTML.
So the first actionable element we have is the HTML5 logo, and immediately after that my focus is going to the Facebook button in the footer section. So key elements like menus, they are not in the tabbing order. Add to cart button, they are also not in the tabbing order. Let's see the same behavior on a semantic product page. Let's start with the HTML5 logo and see how the tabbing order is, whether it's logical or not. Thumb rule is it should be top to bottom, left to right.
Main menu navigation landmark home link.
So it is identifying this as a landmark region because we are using nav tag.
Products link. Contact link. Main landmark add to cart button. Add to cart button. Add to cart button.
Now as you heard, it's simply reading add to cart button. To make it more accessible, we have to provide a unique name. So instead it should say add to cart Apple iPhone 13 Pro 128 GB pink, so that a screen reader user understands which product they are about to add to cart. Let's quickly inspect these two elements.
Menu sub semantic button at level 10 less equals.
Let's do the same for add to cart button for the non-semantic HTML product.
Flex.
Here, I'm using a div and then used a CSS to make it look like a button. If you compare it with the button on the semantic product page, I'm using a button tag, a semantic HTML tag. This helps a screen reader identify it's a button tag. It puts in the tabbing order, so no additional steps are needed from your end as a developer. However, if you compare it with our non-semantic, you need to ensure you're putting it in the tabbing order by using tab index equals to 0, and then you are providing the on-click event handlers. This is why it is critical to use semantic HTML tags. Let's inspect our navigation, the top navigation that I have.
Submenu. Level
Let's
5.
do the same thing for our menu on the semantic side.
Menu submenu.
So here's the difference. For the semantic HTML tag, I have used a header tag. Within that, I'm having a nav tag and then anchor tags within it. If I compare it with the non-semantic on your left side, I'm using simply a div and then using CSS to make it look exactly the same as that of a semantic product page. But this is not the ideal way of doing it. It puts a lot of onus on you as a developer to make it accessible using ARIA attributes. Thumb rule of ARIA is never use ARIA unless it's necessary. If there are HTML semantic tags available, your priority as a front-end developer should be, or I would say must be, to use HTML semantic tags like header
class,
and nav. So, what's the right approach? Always choose the tags that best describes the content or functionality. For navigation, use nav tags. For buttons, use button tags. For main content, use main tag. And for headers, use headers. Pro tip: when in doubt, ask yourself, does this element have a clear purpose? If yes, there's probably a semantic tag for it. To wrap up, here's a quick cheat sheet of the most commonly used semantic tags. Under structural tags, we have headers, footers, main, article, section, and aside. Within interactive tags, we have buttons and anchor tags. And lastly, we have informational tags. We have it for figures, figure caption, tables, th, td. Pro tip: there must be only one header, one footer, and one main tag on a page. Now it's your turn. Take a look at your website. Are you using div and span instead of header or a button? If so, it's time to make the switch. Not only will your site be more inclusive, but you will also be making the web a better place for everyone. Smash that like button if you found this helpful, and share this video with your friends. It's time we all embrace the power of semantic HTML. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on making the web accessible to all. Until next time, keep coding with empathy. This is Param Singh signing off.